Hi everyone. So yesterday I did a video covering May's speech that she did the day after the disastrous Salzburg summit, and I said in that video it was terrible. It was a disaster. Um, Somebody commented on that video. I forget who it was now. Whoever it was, well done, because they said that I think the only reason that May has come out and made this speech is to whip up a frenzy in the right wing media, and boy were they spot on. Whoever said that, well done, because this is the Daily Mail today. She spent months patiently working for a deal with the EU, only to be ambushed and insulted yesterday in a stirring riposte. The Prime Minister demanded respect for Britain and delivered the May ultimatum. And presumably the readers of the Daily Mail then had to Google what does riposte mean. But they say they're ambushed, making out that, you know, she had no clue that this deal was going to be rejected. The white paper came out on July the 12th. When the rumours of what was in it came out a couple of days before, Tusk said, if the rumours are true, the deal is dead in the water. Then the details came out, and the white paper was published, and the Chequers Plan, as it's called, was published. And at least 10 times since July the 12th, to my knowledge, people from the EU, Tusk and others, have said it won't be accepted, it will be rejected. And the Daily Mail say she was ambushed, as if they had no clue it was going to be rejected. It's quite astounding. May's Brexit fightback, say the Sun. Up yours, furious Prime Minister freezes talks with Brussels. Wow. May's finest hour, say the Daily Express. Trying to make out she's Winston Churchill, I suppose. I also assume that this front page pushed the other front page off that they had planned running, which I can bet was going to be something like Princess Diana contacted via medium. They're making out that she's some sort of hero, that she's some sort of, she's battling for Britain. No, she's not. They're making out that... Do you remember that scene in Monty Python with the Black Knight, where he gets his leg cut off? Oh, it's just a flesh wound. That's what she is. Just a flesh wound. That's what the media are, the right-wing media are. Making out it's just a flesh wound. No, it's not. It was a disaster. Defiant May raises stakes with a no-deal threat to the EU, say the Times. This is what the right-wing media are doing in this country. I don't talk about them very much, but I just wanted to highlight this because it was a disaster, that speech was. And while the right-wing media seem to think that she's some sort of hero working for Britain, and that was her fighting back, this is what the rest of the country saw. This was glorious. It was on Twitter today. Whoever put this together, well done.
If the EU believe I will, they are making a fundamental mistake.
Ooh, you're hard, showing off.
That's what the rest of us thought. You're hard, showing off because of the camera. Now, I understand that there are some people that think a no deal is fine. Let me just explain. It doesn't solve the problem with the border in Northern Ireland, for a start. Doesn't solve that. And also, there's going to be a recession as a result of it. Economists say, they're all unanimous, there will be a recession as a result of the likes of 2008 or worse. And who is going to suffer from a no-deal Brexit? Do you think Theresa May and Jacob Rees-Mogg and Boris Johnson and Liz Truss and the rest of the Tories, do you think they're going to be struggling to pay the bills and put food on the table for their... No, of course they're not. The people that are going to suffer from another recession are the people who have suffered enough for the last decade, I think. The vulnerable, the weak, the poor, the disabled, the old. They're the people that are going to suffer from another recession, not the Tories. So for those who say a no deal is fine, just bear in mind that we could get a deal with the EU. The EU are open to some sort of deal that gives access to a customs union. Why isn't it being done? I've covered that in another video. So for those saying that a no deal Brexit would be acceptable and that's okay, I understand you wanting to leave the EU at all costs. I now believe we should leave the EU as well. I think we should get out before it collapses totally. I think it's just a matter of time before it does. But if you think that we should leave without a deal, just bear in mind it's going to be really bad for the poor and the needy and the weak and the disabled and the vulnerable of this country. So be careful what you wish for. If you like this video and you want to see more, please subscribe and click the bell below. Independent media voices like mine are being censored across all social media platforms, so please share my videos everywhere you can to spread the word. If you can, please become a patron. The link is below as well. $1, $2, $5 a month, whatever you can afford. It really helps. I cannot do this without your support. Thanks very much for your support. Until next time, peace and take care.